And we are still continuing with our coverage from the Denver Gold Forum. Joining me now is John Doody, editor of the Gold Stock Analyst. John, thank you so much for being with me.
Glad to join you.
John, how's the Gold Forum for you so far?
Well, it's a great forum. This is a terrific place to get together with members of management. I think there's 160 companies here. Everybody's accessible and reachable from Pierre Lassonde on down. It's a terrific forum.
Right. It's also happening in the month of September where it looks like the traders are waking up, going back to the desk, pushing buttons again. Are we in for a wild ride in the gold market right now, John?
I think so. It's the key that I'm looking for is what the German court says on the 12th, on the Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Right.
If they say yes, that Germany can participate constitutionally, it's okay for Germany to be the ESM, the rescue fund for the euro, then it's balls to the wall. Let's go fully invested. Buy gold, buy the gold stocks, because that's the license to print money that the euros need. And we already know that the Fed's going to print money, and they're just waiting to see what the euro's going to do.
So buy the gold stocks. This is a bit of a different tune that I'm hearing at this conference. A few people have told me, watch for those gold stocks to take off. Is this the year?
Well, I think so. This is always a stock picker's market. The media likes to look at the indexes, but the indexes are full of elephants that don't really move well. For example, our top 10 are up 13% so far this year, but every index is down. So if you can pick the right stocks, you can do very nicely.
Do you think gold stocks will outperform gold?
Oh, they have over time. Our track record is we're up 1,000% in the last 10 years, whereas gold is up 400%. So, yes.
Okay. Let's look at Europe again. Draghi spoke last week at the ECB. More bond purchases expected. Do you think we'll see more money printing in Europe?
Well, yes, if the German court says yes, that's all that they need to do it. Okay. And if the German court says no, then they'll have to go back to the drawing board and find a different way to do it.
But that won't necessarily weaken the euro, though, money printing in Europe, as opposed to in the States, where if we do see money printing, that tends to weaken the US dollar.
Well, I think it'll weaken the euro, too, because anytime you're creating a greater supply of something, generally the price goes down. It's interesting to note, though, now that the euro, 10 years after it was established, or 11 years after it was established, is higher now versus the US dollar than it was when it started. Right. Started at $1.17, now it's $1.27. So as the euro, everybody says the euro's weak, it's really the dollar has gone down versus the euro.
Right. So you don't believe that the euro will not exist in 10 years? You think it's here for the long run?
Oh, I think so, one form or another. Now, whether Greece is in it, I don't know.
Okay, now let's look at gold again. What price range are you looking at 6 months down the line?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see 2,000 at some point in time, but again, I think it's a stock picker's market, and even at the current prices, as I said, we're up the year to date, and we're the only newsletter with audited investment results, the only one in the world. Right. And we have the independent audit that's done on our top 10 picks every year for the last 10 years. We're up over 1,000% over that 10-year period of time, 40% per year average gain.
So, John, what do you think will be fueling that gold price to the $2,000 mark? Is it a third round of quantitative easing, U.S. elections? What are we looking at?
No, it's going to be the quantitative easing and the Europeans easing too. And, there's going to be some settlement on the fiscal cliff everybody talks about, because neither Democrats nor Republicans want to go over that.
All right. Speaking of Republicans, talk of a return to a gold standard. Is it likely? Will we see it happen?
No, I don't think so. The politicians don't want to give up the power to print money.
John, thank you so much for your thoughts today.
You're welcome. Good to see you again.
And thanks for watching our continuous coverage from the Denver Gold Forum. You can email me any comments or questions at newsfeedback@kitco.com. Reporting from Denver, I'm Daniela Cambone.